American Tail
Yeah, American
to
Tail.
clean up the movies.
Untitled, unfocused. American Tail.
Raymond Tyler.
Tyler. Yep. So this is after we did Secret of Nim, right?
Yeah, so this is the Don Bluth segment. Hello.
So what'd you think of American
Telling you,
Tail, Ray?
Funhouse just steals our idea. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they did. They just took it
Like
like,
we
ooh.
talk about this Don Bluth idea, and then like weeks later, Funhouse comes out with their one episode where they're playing GTA and they're talking about Don Bluth movies, acting like we didn't already have all of those on our list.
It's the first time, but it probably won't be the last, you know?
And then Alana's on there, like I don't know if any of this is real or not. And then I'm watching the entire episode, like Alana, you have no idea that they're telling the truth. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Don Bluth was a sadist in all heart and honesty. Just wanted to see children cry,
That's true, yeah.
but also make good movies though. So
So American Tail I didn't like as much as Secret of Nim.
no, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
It was cool. I think it had its ups and downs. Um there were some parts that dragged out for too long. I thought that kid, Fievel or whatever, you
Yeah,
know, I thought he was an idiot, you know. He
my
was
Jewish rat.
on the ship, and then he like was messing around. He like threw his hat or whatever out the thing. He was
He's
like,
like, I just
"Oh,
gotta grab my
yeah,
hat
gotta go
there.
grab my hat." And I'm like, "You have just sentenced yourself to death. Is what you've done for your own curiosity. You know, curiosity kills the cat, but it kills the mouse as well. You know."
Yeah, because I mean, like the mouse tries to go to the mouse trap. It's like, oh, look at that cheese. It's delicious, dude. Don't pick up that cheese, you idiot. Ha! Got him. The mouse trap got him, dude. That was me.
There's also just too many like weird cartoon moments where on one screen, Fievel and his parents would pass each other, you know, because they were like looking for each other who's lost or whatever, and I was like, that's just a little too convenient.
I feel like that's also like a movie moment thing, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like a normal movie thing. It's like, oh man, we were right by each other. That's so weird, dude. No, I've done that in real life though.
Really?
Yeah, it's like when I was younger, I was like in the mall with my parents, and I'll be like, I'll
Mhm.
come back and I'll meet you guys here. Yo, legit, like a couple times it would be like, yo, like we're like right across from each other, and they're like, you're like, I don't know where they are, dude. That's like, it's like they said they'd be here,
They're
dude.
gone.
It's like,
They've left me.
they left without us,
Yeah.
left me in the mall.
I don't have any money.
Best I could do is go to Barnes and Nobles and sit there and read the books
Yeah.
there. Honestly, I would do that though. It's not like I'm the only one there. I'm telling you, most of the time I go to Barnes and Nobles, that's what 90% of the people there do. They sit down by the Starbucks, they get their
Yeah.
coffee, they take the book, they start reading, and they walk away. Like legit, that's peak time for retirement right there.
In like sixth grade,
Don't know
Barnes
if they'd be
Noble.
able to do that with all this,
Yeah, yeah. In like sixth grade, Barnes Noble was
but
like my favorite store.
still my favorite story.
Yeah.
I
Still.
mean,
My favorite store is Borders.
so cool, dude. They got board games and card games and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Never mind, you're right. Rest in peace,
Rest in peace,
Borders.
Borders.
Rest in peace.
Wasn't Borders the one that Amazon was supposed to?
That's the name of this
Yeah.
episode now.
Wasn't Borders the one that Amazon was trying to do? Was that an Amazon thing?
I don't know.
I thought it was.
I don't believe so.
No.
I think Borders just got bankrupt because they were just too good at their sales. And they weren't making the money back that they were supposed to.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were trying to compete with Barnes and Noble, so I imagine they like lowered their prices, but it wasn't sustainable. It was like the episode in The Office, Ray, if you remember, right? Michael Scott makes his own paper company, and the only reason he's beating Dunder Mifflin is because his prices are rock bottom low, but they're not high enough to actually support the business itself. So the thing that is, yeah,
That's economics. Right?
listen, 2 days in a row so far. We have that.
Two days in a
Yeah.
row. Economics 101.
Mhm.
We got him, boys.
Um, there was something else too. Oh yeah, the one twist in the movie. I don't know if it was the biggest twist, but it was when
He's a
he's a
cat.
cat. As he was taking off his nose, I thought he was a mouse because like the way his
Mhm.
face was, I was like, oh, so he's a mouse. That's weird. I don't know why the cats are listening to him if he's a mouse. Maybe he's just like that good. He's just that scary of a dude. Then no, he took off his ears. And I was like, oh, he's a cat. That makes sense. I don't know. God. Thanks,
Bless you,
man.
man.
Um, and there's that one cat that was like super nice. He was a vegan, which I thought was funny.
It's like sometimes I eat fish too.
Yeah,
That's what we call
pescatarian. Yeah,
pescatarian.
isn't it like some religion, like Christianity or something? They don't eat. They can only have to eat fish like once a week or something like that.
I don't
It's
know,
like on
man.
Fridays. I
I don't
think
know.
Fridays is like fish day.
I think that could be a
Oh,
Judaism. Could be
Judaism
Jewish
thing. Yeah, yeah.
Jewish tradition.
I could see that. I know a lot about religion, so that's why you know,
That's a religious podcast segment. Say it,
religion
dude.
101.
Really, we're bringing back horses, dude.
Listen, it's back to school season. We gotta have the courses. You know?
It just turns out that An American Tale is just a movie about religion that's made for children. It's like, oh man, this is the Jewish settlements
Yeah.
coming into New York,
Hmm.
creating
Exactly what it was.
New York. Wow, that's crazy. And then we have the one French pigeon. Of course, he's French because the French want to make the Statue of Liberty.
Yep.
For it's so. And then it's like, oh yeah,
Were the cats like a
the cats are
metaphor?
supposed to be Nazis, dude,
Nazis? Okay. Yeah,
which is
because
weird.
like I didn't catch the whole metaphor stuff until like, a little bit into the movie, right? So in the beginning they're like, oh, there's no cats in America. I was like, why who told you that? Why would you think that? There are a lot of cats in America. Like what?
I just imagine Tyler watching the movie. It's like I have a cat with me right now.
Like I have there's here. Does my cat have a green card? Like I don't know. But yeah, and then it about took me to like halfway through. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I see what they're doing here. You Don Bluth, you sneaky rascal, you know?
So you see them on the boat, and it's like, oh yeah, I get it
Yeah.
now.
Hmm.
That one guy's supposed to be like an Italian immigrant as well on the boat.
Yeah.
And he's like, the Don killed my family. And I'm like, what?
I mean, it's exactly like you were saying in the beginning, where it was like, this is a kids movie, but there's a lot of stuff here.
Like, children will understand that. They're gonna fly
Mhm.
past it. But then like the parts where they see Fievel crying, they're gonna be like, oh.
You dumb
The
kids,
adults
you know?
indeed are gonna be like, oh my gosh, and they're gonna be like, no, they're just singing about this guy, the Don, dude. The Don's cool. So you don't understand, kids.
And at the end, they were going to China, right? The cats.
Yeah,
It's like why? Just a random country to pick. I don't know. Did Nazis
see,
ever go to China? I don't think they did.
I'll never know.
Yeah,
Where are they going for opium? I'll never know.
I'll never tell.
It's like it's our secrets.
Was there any magic in this one?
Every time there's
I don't
no,
think so.
is there? No. There's the
Mm,
magic of
the
religion,
most powerful magic of them all.
faith in our
Did you know
Lord
what
and Savior.
the most best-selling book is the Bible?
The second most
What?
best-selling book is Harry Potter, a heretical book. One that talks about witchcraft and sorcery.
I'm pretty sure the best-selling book isn't the Bible. I'm pretty sure Don Quixote has it beat. I'm
I
almost
want to look at
positive
best-selling books.
Don Quixote has more copies than the Bible.
I mean, like, I just want to see. It sounds like a really good best-selling books. Not Amazon bestsellers.
According to Amazon, Twilight is the best-selling book of all time.
Okay, so the top 5.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for this? The Little Prince,
Sure. Okay.
The Hobbit,
Sure.
Harry Potter,
Yep.
the first book, and then There Were None by Agatha Christie, and then Dream of the Red Chamber by Cao Zhan,
Sure.
Sao Zhan, this Chinese writer from the Qing Dynasty.
Cool.
What is this list not
The
including?
Bible or Don Quixote?
It's not including Don Quixote, Count of Monte Cristo, or A Christmas Carol, because there are no actual records of some
Yeah.
of those sales.
There's probably
The Bible, the best in 1995.
I mean, it's probably tough because like it's not, like you said, it's not recorded. So like best-selling, it might not be,
Mm-hmm.
but like in terms of most copies in the world that like exist,
Mm-hmm.
that those books are actually the real, like winners or whatever.
And then, like, all books of a religious, ideological, philosophical, and political nature have been excluded from the list of books because there's an untold amount of those in translations and reprints and all that.
Yeah.
Imagine how many Torahs and Bibles and Qurans and other books you can
Scientology.
fit here. Yeah, the Book of Scientology, thank you. I was trying to think of one of the books for Hinduism, but I could not.
Mm.
One that they're just like coming to my head right now. So there's a couple there. But yeah, all those books are just not including.
Does Percy Jackson count as a religious novel?
Yeah, of course, yes.
Mm.
Is it on this list? I don't think so, but I mean. Fun fact, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People has 25 million copies sold,
Mm.
approximately.
That's a lot. That's a big number.
Grapes of Wrath only has 15 million. And The Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett, which you had on the list actually, only has 15 million as well. Also, Matilda has 17 million. Beautiful.
Um,
Mein Kampf has 12.5 million. What else we got here? The Giver has 10 million.
that's impressive.
Ah, yes. The second biggest series of all time, Goosebumps.
Isn't The Giver part of a series?
It is part of the series.
I feel like I wasn't told that when I was in school.
You were not. No.
I was like, there's more books after this.
I think there's a trilogy, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So why
Oh,
why
it's
didn't you tell me
4
this?
actually. It's 4. The Giver Quartet. The Giver, Gathering Blue, Messenger, and Sun.
Uh, so yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think American Tail will land in the ultimate Don Bluth rankings?
Probably near
Knowing
the bottom. Right now, between 1 and 2, it's 2.
it's top 2 and it ain't 1.
I don't even want to give it the stamp, dude.
Oh wow.
It's not bad. It was just like,
It was cool.
for the most part, I thought it was boring.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, I guess some people argue the same thing about Secret of Nim, but at least Secret of Nim felt more exciting in the moment.
Yeah, I feel like they're just more exciting moments in Secret of Nim.
It's like, the cinder block, the cinder block. What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean they're gonna sword fight to the death? The ending of Nim is like super high. It's like, ooh, it's really got you feeling
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
The ending of American Tail is like, oh,
So yeah, okay, cool.
it's like, you mean that big story he told you about the mouse in the beginning became the thing you based this invention off? That's crazy. Tell me more. Also, why is it mice, Steve? Again,
Yeah, I know. I thought that was a funny coincidence that these two were back to back in our list. Same thing.
can't wait to go do Dogs Go to Heaven or Land Before Time.
Well, Dogs Go to Heaven, Ray, is next week.
Yes.
That's next on the list.
Ugh, my energy. Ugh.
Uh,
Old podcast format, they would definitely see that. New podcast format, they don't get to see that.
there's actually been a mistake, Ray. Land Before Dogs Go to Heaven has been removed from the list.
No, reverse it. I rescind my previous motions.
Yeah, all those go to heaven next week. Make sure to watch that.
I love that
I
movie.
imagine if I had to guess, this will be my favorite.
I loved it. I don't remember much of it anymore, to be honest, which is kind of weird, honestly.
Yeah,
I remember the characters. I remember some of the stuff, but I can't tell you the entire movie.
yeah, same. I think we talked about it earlier, but I have more memory of the Christmas movie than I do this one.
Yes, that's really odd, to be honest.
Yeah,
Um, it's like how I can remember Lion King 1.5 with a perfect specimen. And then you
same.
can ask me Lion King, and I'll be like, yeah, I know the entire movie of Lion King. But Lion
Yeah.
King 1.5 is just better.
Um,
But it needs
I,
like,
at some point, Ray, I already added them to the list, but at some point, I'd like to do the other sequels because when I was going around trying to add to the list, right, apparently people out there are like Lion King 2, Lion King 3, like really good. Like really good. And, and I've never seen either of them.
there's a reason it went straight to DVD, my guy.
I don't know.
Same with the Aladdin movies too. I think there was hope for the Aladdin movies when they put them straight to DVD.
Yeah.
We should
But
actually we should watch Atlantis and Treasure Planet to give those movies the respect they deserve on their
good.
name.
I tried telling me that Atlantis 2 was bad. Atlantis 2 was straight to DVD
I
or
feel like parts of
VHS.
it
I don't know.
were off. I'll say, from what I remember, parts of Atlantis 2 were off. I wasn't gonna say it's awful. There's a reason why Tarzan had the animated series.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, never mind, never mind. Um, but yeah, so all those go to heaven next week. Make sure to watch that. Um, yes. So do that.
Let me edit this list. So yeah, instead of Lupin the Third, we're gonna be doing the Thin Executioner. Surprise, surprise. Oh, that's crazy. Look, American Tail. It's gonna be, it's
All
your
those go to
boy.
heaven.
All dogs go to heaven. See, it's funny because he goes straight to hell anyway.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, you messed it up, right? You
Oh, hold on,
ruined
I
it.
do. There we
You
go.
ruined it. Okay, you got it. And then the rest of the stuff, well, you'll have to find out, you know? I mean, I feel like most of the stuff is pretty pretty easy to guess. But
I can just go say this right now. Like, people are gonna look at the little segment that we had for Lupin the Third, the first, and be like, "Man, that's a really long segment." They're gonna look at the segment for American Tail, and it's gonna be like,
I mean, to be fair, Lupin, a little bit of a better movie.
in every way. I'm sorry. It's like,
Didn't have animals.
what do you mean, dude? There was
Exactly. If you can't remember it, it's not memorable.
there was no animals that were harmed in the making of
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah. There was a few that were harmed in Ratatouille though.
A lot of rats.
Yeah. At least 10.